Okay, YouTube, for all you people out there who have the Baja sway bar, having problems putting that spacer on, there's a simple way to do it. It takes about 15 seconds. It's going to take me longer to talk about it than it actually does to do it. And what you're going to need is, when you get to this step, putting on the sway bar. Sorry for the crummy video, but I'm not a videographer. What you're going to need is the original bolt and nut. Then you're going to have that bar right there in the two spacers and a bread tie. And what you do is you take the bread tie, wrap it around one of the spacers. And what you're going to do is put the bolt in the hole, slide the spacer on, then stick the sway bar link in. And then you're going to take the one that has the bread tie wrapped around the spacer and use the bread tie to hold the spacer and just slide it down in there, and then you push the bolt through. And when you push the bolt through clear to the other side, then you put the nut on, and it's a wrap. Took me longer to say it than it does to do it. Alrighty, this is what it looks like when you put it all together. You take the bolt, push it through, put it through the spacer, then push it through the end link, and then you use the bread tie right here to hold that spacer, push it through, and then all you do is just untwist the bread tie. Like I said, it took longer to talk about it than to actually do it. I imagine you could probably do this with any old piece of wire. I use the bread tie because the bread ties are flat and makes a nice holder for the spacer. All right, that's it. Anybody having problems putting these things on? This little trick right here will do it. No glue, no nothing, all the stuff that people talk about. The other hard ones on here, what I might add, are these for the block. This block right here that holds the sway bar. Here's a sway bar, there's the block. And then you got this bolt and this bolt. One of the little tricks that I did to get the nuts on there was I simply took some duct tape, wrapped it around my finger with the sticky side out. Then I put the nuts on, just stuck them on there. Make sure, by the way, that you take a rag and put it down in here. Put it down inside of here, on the inside of that rail. Because if you drop the nut, it's gonna slide down there underneath this nut right here. And you're gonna catch hell getting it out unless you got a really good neodymium magnet, which I had. Then after that, I got smart enough to stuff a rag down in there so that if I did drop the nut, I could just pick it up off the ground and keep going. But that was an easy solution, wrapping some, I had black Gorilla Tape actually. Wrapped it around my finger, stuck the nut on my finger, and then I put I had another person help me so that I could hold the nut and the other person turned the socket until the threads caught. And that made it really fast. The first one I put on the hard way, it took about, oh my God, probably 35, 40 minutes. Then all the other three, I learned my lesson and got it done in literally maybe a minute per nut that I had to put on. So those are the two hard things to do. The rest of the installation is just mind-numbingly simple. And that right there solved that whole issue. The bread tie solved the whole issue of people gluing it on. All right, hope you guys can forgive this crummy video because I'm not a videographer, but I just wanted to solve a problem and then share it with everybody. All right, have a good one.